Good morning. Once again, I'm Dr. Jimmy Henderson, cognitive scientist. This video is mostly addressed to my students, but of course, any of you who are studying psychology or interested in sociology are welcome to have a look at this. Today I'm going to talk about the reasons for cooperative group work. In other words, we've been doing groups, and why? What would be the purpose of coming together as groups? I want to give you a metaphor today. I've called it a metaphor of the puzzle. You see, when it comes to people working alone, and we look at our minds, we can see them almost as a computer. But unfortunately, with our levels of understanding and perception and reasoning, these are basically entry levels computer systems. They're very limited in their processing. We can only work with a little bit of information at a time. And it's almost like the world has been fed to us through a funnel, and we end up with only bite-sized chunks of data, which we believe, obviously, because of humanity, we believe it to be the whole truth. Whether in the science, the religious, academic, or the business world. So, cooperation between different groups could actually, whether they are scientists, academics, philosophers, religious leaders, or business people, could increase the power of our processing. We're able to solve larger problems. Let me give you an example to explain this. If you gave a very large puzzle to a group of small children, it's unlikely they'd ever complete that puzzle. In other words, you put the whole puzzle in front of them, broken up into pieces, and now these kids have to put this together. The chances are they're not going to get very far because it's simply too big to process. But if you split the puzzle up into small pieces, let's say a corner, a patch of color, or a little image, and you just give those pieces to these kids, the chances are they'll be able to, say about 20 or 30 pieces, the chances are they would be able to put that together eventually. And if they were clever enough to work together, they could then bring the whole puzzle together by combining their pieces. So that's how it works, and then the whole puzzle will take form. So although our individual processing abilities are not enough to give us a complete picture of knowledge, perhaps like the children, we are supposed to share our thoughts and ideas. As groups, intergroups, cooperation, so that the whole puzzle will take form. In other words, cooperation between groups of people can certainly be helpful to complete tasks and uncover new understanding, provided everyone is committed to participating and able to contribute towards completing the puzzle. We often see interest groups. If we see interest groups, societies, religions, governments as different groupings of people, the problem we see today is group disagreement and group conflicts. This is one of the bigger problems in the world. Every group is concerned with their own little piece, their own piece of the puzzle, and they think it's everything. They're jealously guarding their piece of the puzzle, believing it to be accurate and complete, and it's difficult to get them to come together to see the bigger picture. So things will have to change if we ever wish to see the larger puzzle of word knowledge taking form. People will have to begin to let go of their preconceived ideas and prepare to listen to the views of other groups in order to get a more holistic view of life. I hope that it's a very simple metaphor, and I hope that it's been useful for you. And my students are invited to comment on this forum, and I hope that the rest of you have enjoyed it as well. Thank you.